Have you ever noticed how some people walk into a room and instantly command respect without saying a word? It's not about money, looks, or even status. It's about how they carry themselves. The truth? Respect isn't given. It's earned. And today, I'm revealing the 7 simple habits that will make people take you more seriously in your career, relationships, and life. These aren't complicated tricks. They're subtle shifts in behavior that signal one thing. You respect yourself, so others should too. From how you handle mistakes to the way you dress when no one's watching, these habits separate the overlooked from the unforgettable. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to stand out, set boundaries, and earn real respect starting today. Let's dive in. 1. Speak less, listen more. There's an undeniable magnetism to people who listen deeply, not just waiting for their turn to talk, but truly absorbing what others say. These individuals command respect effortlessly because they make people feel heard, understood, and valued. A rare quality in a world where most conversations are just competitions for airtime. Why does this work so well? Because first, it signals confidence. Nervous people fill silence with chatter. Those who are secure don't need to prove themselves by talking constantly. Second, it makes you more perceptive. When you listen, you pick up on subtle cues, tone shifts, hesitations, unspoken frustrations that most miss. This lets you respond with precision instead of assumptions. Third, it builds trust faster. People instinctively trust those who make them feel understood. A great listener becomes the person others confide in and seek advice from. So how to master this habit? Start by practicing the 2-second rule. After someone finishes speaking, pause for 2 full seconds before responding. This prevents interrupting and shows you're processing their words. Be a reflective listener. Instead of just nodding, paraphrase their point by saying, "So what you're saying is..." This proves you're engaged, not just waiting to talk. Ask more questions about the topic. Questions like, "How did that make you feel?" Or, "What was your biggest takeaway from that?" These invite depth instead of surface-level replies. Finally, learn how to use silence to your advantage. If someone gives a vague answer, stay quiet and maintain eye contact. Most people will keep talking to fill the silence, often revealing more. The less you say, the more weight your words carry when you do speak. People lean in when a typically quiet person shares an opinion, because they assume it's been thought through carefully. This habit alone can transform how others perceive you, from someone who talks to someone who matters. 2. Keep your word. Your word is your bond, the invisible contract that defines your integrity. When you make a promise or commit to something, people take notice of whether or not you follow through. Your ability to stick to your word shows integrity, reliability, and personal accountability, qualities that naturally make you more respectable in both personal and professional settings. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, whether it's with friends, family, or colleagues. If you consistently deliver on your promises, people will begin to rely on you, knowing they can count on you to fulfill your commitments. This not only strengthens relationships, but also enhances your reputation. In a world where flakiness has become the norm, those who honor commitments, no matter how trivial, stand out as rare pillars of reliability. Have you ever heard of a saying, "Trust is built in drops but lost in buckets"? Every kept promise deposits into your trust account. Every broken one drains it, sometimes irreparably. People subconsciously judge your character by small commitments, like whether you arrive on time for coffee or how you handle canceled plans. Fail these micro-tests, and they'll assume you'll fail bigger ones. Consistency in small things makes people assume you're consistent in all things. So how to cultivate this habit? Under-promise and over-deliver. When people see you consistently match words with actions, their brain tags you as reliable. Each kept commitment makes the next one more valuable. Under-promising shows that you have a realistic understanding of your abilities and the situation. It demonstrates humility and prevents you from making exaggerated claims. When you then over-deliver, you show that you're capable of doing even more than anticipated, which adds an element of surprise and satisfaction. People respect those who are honest about their capabilities and consistently go beyond what's expected of them, as it reflects integrity and a strong work ethic. It sets a positive example for others to follow. Third, stand up for yourself. Respect is not given to those who merely hope for it. It is earned by those who demonstrate they deserve it. One of the most powerful ways to establish this is by standing up for yourself, not with aggression, but with unwavering composure. The way you defend your boundaries, articulate your worth, and respond to disrespect shapes how others perceive and treat you. The most respected individuals understand that confrontation is not about anger, it's about clarity. They don't raise their voice to intimidate. They lower it to emphasize. They don't react impulsively to provocation. They respond deliberately to principle. This controlled assertiveness communicates that their self-worth is not up for negotiation. Respect is a mirror. People reflect back what you show them. If you tolerate disrespect, you train others to believe you deserve it. But when you stand up for yourself with quiet confidence, you force them to recalibrate their behavior. Over time, this consistency earns you a reputation as someone who cannot be pushed around. Not because you're aggressive, but because you're anchored in self-respect. Master this, and you'll notice a shift, not just in how others treat you, but in how you carry yourself. Because when you know your worth, so does everyone else. 4. Dress well. Your clothing is a visual handshake before you ever speak a word. In the 3 seconds it takes someone to form a first impression, your appearance has already told a story about who you are and how you expect to be treated. This isn't about vanity. It's about understanding that what you wear is the physical manifestation of your self-regard. The psychology behind clothing runs deeper than most realize. When you dress with intention, you trigger what social scientists call the halo effect, where people automatically assume well-presented individuals are more competent, trustworthy, and authoritative. A professor's tweed jacket, a CEO's tailored suit, or an artist's deliberate casualness all serve the same purpose. They communicate confidence, competence, and professionalism before you ever need to prove it. Dressing well changes how you carry yourself. Studies show that what we wear directly impacts our confidence, focus, and even problem-solving abilities. The lab coat effect proves this beautifully. When subjects wore what they believed were doctor's coats, their attention to detail improved measurably. In a world where casual has become careless, those who understand the power of appearance wield a quiet advantage. Your clothes are the armor you choose for daily battle, not against others, but against mediocrity. Dress like the person you aspire to be, and soon enough, that's exactly who you'll become in the eyes of everyone you meet. 5. Stay composed under pressure. Pressure doesn't build character, it reveals it. When tempers flare, deadlines loom, or unexpected crises strike, most people's instincts betray them. Their voices rise, their logic falters, and their emotions hijack their judgment. But a rare few remain steady, their breathing controlled, their words measured, their presence unshaken. These are the individuals who command respect effortlessly. Not because they never feel stress, but because they've mastered the art of composure. There's an undeniable magnetism to those who keep their cool while chaos reigns around them. It's not indifference, it's control. When everyone else is drowning in panic, the person who remains calm becomes the de facto leader by default. This is why Navy SEALs train for sleep deprivation, why CEOs face simulated corporate disasters, and why professional poker players study their tells. Because the ability to think clearly under fire is the ultimate differentiator between competence and mastery. True composure isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about channeling them with precision. Imagine 2 managers facing a failed product launch. The first paces the room, snapping at employees, his anxiety contagious. The second sits quietly, assesses the damage, and begins outlining solutions in a tone that makes the impossible seem manageable. Who would you trust to lead? The difference lies in perception. Emotional reactions make problems seem bigger, while calm responses make solutions seem closer. The world tests us constantly. A missed flight, a public embarrassment, a betrayal by someone trusted. How you weather these storms doesn't just determine others' respect for you, it shapes your respect for yourself. Because when you prove to yourself that you can face disaster without crumbling, you carry that quiet confidence into every room you enter, and people notice. They always notice. 6. Admit when you're wrong. There exists a peculiar kind of power in those two simple words. I was wrong. In a world where ego so often trumps truth, the ability to openly acknowledge mistakes becomes a rare currency of credibility. Most people armor themselves with excuses, deflect with half-hearted justifications, or double down on errors to save face. But the truly respected understand this fundamental law of human connection. Owning your faults doesn't diminish you, it elevates you. Admitting when you're wrong is a powerful way to earn respect, even though it may feel uncomfortable at first. It shows maturity, self-awareness, and integrity, traits that others deeply value. Consider the last time someone sincerely admitted fault to you. Recall how your perception of them shifted, not with pity, but with a quiet appreciation for their courage. That moment of vulnerability created a bridge of trust no perfect performance ever could. 7. Never beg for attention or approval. The moment you chase respect, you reveal its absence in yourself. There's an undeniable magnetism to those who move through the world with quiet assurance, not seeking validation, but radiating a self-possession that draws others in. These are the individuals who don't raise their voice to be heard, yet find the room hushing when they speak. Next time you're tempted to chase recognition, pause. Let your work speak while you remain silent. Watch how people strain to hear what you haven't said. Observe how respect grows in the space you refuse to fill with pleas for attention. Because the ultimate power move isn't making them see your worth. It's knowing it so deeply that their recognition becomes irrelevant. That's when real respect takes root, not in their approval of you, but in your unshakable approval of yourself. Respect isn't about being the loudest, richest, or most powerful person in the room. It's about how you carry yourself daily. Master these 7 habits, and people will treat you differently. Not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on personal growth. Let me know in the comments which habit you're going to focus on first, or share any other habits you think are important for earning respect. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.